you turn the music off. Hello, good evening everyone. Hello. I hope you're doing well. I got my hot chocolate today. Very nice. Hello. How are you all doing today? As is per usual, I normally start the live stream with talking about the weather. And oh my gosh, if you live in Britain, wasn't the weather crazy yesterday and the day before? Oh, it was so hot. It was too warm. And you know, it seems to be that either Mona is too cold or too warm here. But you know what? The weather today wasn't so bad. I enjoyed it today. It was more on the sort of the cool end of warm, I guess. And that's what we like. I've decided as a channel and as a community we prefer the cool side of warm weather. Well, hello. I hope you're all well and I hope you're all doing good. I don't know where everybody's from who's in the live stream this evening. I know that there's some people from Wales, and if you're interested in knowing what the state of the lockdown is in Wales, if you're from another country, because I know a lot of other countries are opening up, our shops opened on Monday, but we still can't travel more than 5 miles, so it's all very good that all the shops are open, but we can barely go to any. And to be fair, a lot of the shops haven't properly opened. A lot of them seem quite reluctant to open, which I guess is good. When the shops reopened in England, there was a lot of like kerfuffle and people queuing, and in Wales that didn't happen so much. Hello Emily, how are you doing? I was just talking about the lockdown and how everybody went a little bit mad when the shops opened in England and nobody seemed to care in Wales. I'm doing this thing where I put little pins in the board, my board behind me, of where people are from when they come into my live stream. Ooh, I'm not prepared. And Emily, you are from England. I'm going to put down your initials on a little flag. E-T. E-T. Here's your little flag. And you can get into it. There's a massive cluster. You're sort of there, aren't you? You're joining the massive cluster over Britain, but you're the only one from England so far. Woo! We've had people from America, Belize, South Korea. Somebody came in on Monday. That was really cool. Oh yeah, so lockdown in Wales, we're still in lockdown pretty much. At some point we're supposed to be reopening. I think it's not Monday, the Monday after. Oh hello, cheese free chill sounds. How's the chandelier? I wasn't sure if you were gonna make it or not because they were putting the chandelier in, but cool, hello. Everybody's sort of like trickling in. What else? So I'm still in my worktop, aren't we? Yeah. We've had new work t-shirts. Not much else has happened. There's been a few announcements which are interesting for the news. So I guess we'll just sort of jump into it. Hang in. The chandelier is hanging, brilliant. I hope you mean hanging as in like off the ceiling and not hanging as in like, hanging, ugly. Window capture, I haven't sorted this out as is usual. There's a few things that are like usual in this live stream. I normally talk about the weather for the first 5 minutes and I don't get my window capture done. We'll get there. There we go. So if you're interested who the music is by, this is the channel. So if you want to follow the people who make the music, who play at the start of my live streams before I come on screen, there we go, enjoy. The plan for this evening is the news, and then we're going to be playing GeoGuessr, but it's going to be a really quick speed GeoGuessr because we'll have a little bit of time until we get to the quiz. So we're going to be fast and furious GeoGuessr. If you haven't played GeoGuessr before, it's a really fun online game where basically the game plonks you in the middle of the world somewhere and you've got to guess where you are. Last time we tried to do it without Google, but because we're going to be doing like super fast rounds, we're going to use Google. And if you find something and you find out where we are, let me know in the chat and then we can like pinpoint where we are. But literally the rounds are going to be like 2-3 minutes. Anyway, the news. I think I just saw run outside. So, the Mirror. I know it's a trash newspaper, but, you know, sometimes beggars can't be choosers. Holiday UK air bridges with dozens of countries to be announced with some surprises. So I'd heard rumours about this. They're supposed to be announcing something Sunday, possibly. The Prime Minister is expected to announce a change to the travel ban today. Oh, today? When? I didn't know it was today. In a boost for the travel industry, which has lost millions of pounds due to the pandemic. I'm sure it's not today. I'm sure he's announcing it. Do you know what? If it's meant to be today, let's go to the BBC website. I swear he was going to announce something on the 28th. News. No, not today. Come on now, that would be headlines if that was announced. Or maybe it's just something that I find extremely important and no one else cares about. Anyway, not today. Boris Johnson is expected to announce quarantine-free holidays with dozens of countries according to reports. The Prime Minister is set to give the green light of foreign holidays to holiday hotspots on Sunday. Not today. Sources have told The Telegraph. Air bridges to countries such as Spain, Turkey and Greece are set to be some of the first to be announced, with travel set to resume on the 4th of July. This will mean that Brits can travel abroad for a holiday this year without having to quarantine. And tourists from those countries will be able to enjoy a holiday here and much needed boost for the domestic tourism industry. A fuller list of up to 50 nations and the criteria set up by Public Health England is to determine which countries the UK will have air bridges with is set to be published on Monday. See, on this one it says 50 nations, but I heard it was going to be like 7 or 8. It hasn't been announced today. There we go, Emily. I'm not going crazy. The Mirror is just a trash newspaper. Obviously, this is all speculation, but I've read it on the BBC as well, and obviously, the media is corrupt. But I read it on the BBC as well, and if I'm more likely to believe what the BBC are saying than the Mirror, to be fair. And there was rumours about it on the BBC as well. They were talking about Spain, Portugal, Greece, Italy, Scandinavian countries, but not Sweden. Yeah, that's what they were. That's what I read earlier on in the week about this. But I am so excited if they announce something. The only thing that's holding me back from not getting on a plane now isn't the coronavirus. It is the fact that in Wales we can't travel more than 5 miles. So I can't get to the airport anyway. And plus, I don't have the time to take 2 weeks off after taking a holiday to quarantine. I just don't have the time. I don't have that much spare money. But if I could go somewhere for a few nights, just somewhere warm for a few nights. Obviously, we prefer the cooler side of warm in this community, but Portugal, I really want to go to Portugal anyway, but if I could go to Portugal during the summer, get some cheap flights, maybe not stay in hostel, stay in cheap hotel, and eat from the supermarket, just so I can get out the country. I'm fine with doing that. It's just I don't have the time to take quarantine as well. And there's going to be a lot of people in my situation, because I know that, like, Emmy were thinking about maybe going to France, and like nobody has time to take 2 weeks off for quarantine. Anyway, this one was interesting. Coronavirus, how safe is it to get on a plane? So this is kind of leading on from the last thing we were talking about, and me saying that it wasn't coronavirus that was stopping me from wanting to travel. It's like literally the law that I can't. But we have a really interesting video that this reporter flew on EasyJet, and he's basically on a plane. Will this part show the pop-out? I'm going to see if I can get the pop-out video to play on this thing, window capture. So just bear with me. How do I make a pop-out? Settings for window capture. Chrome, no. Hello? I don't think it's going to play the pop-out. No, okay, well I tried. Sorry, but you're going to have to watch it quite small on the screen. There's nothing I can do about it. But you can't really see the audio anyway. Let's see what that is. I can't see. No, I can't see. No, it's too big anyway. Right, let's go. Let me know if it's too loud or too quiet.
Enjoy your flight.
I was a bit nervous before I took the flight down from Inverness to Gatwick, but actually everything was spotlessly clean. The flight was, the plane was spotlessly clean, and actually it wasn't too bad.
We'll now begin boarding by seat rows. Please only board when your seat row has been
Internet, gosh.
It is required of all passengers during the flight to wear your face mask or face covering. That is an exception of children under the age of 6.
This new reality when you fly is about reducing the risk. But social distancing will be a challenge when a flight is full.
Anybody else? Yeah? Welcome.
Is it safe, with all these measures, to get on an aircraft now?
I believe it is safe to get on an aircraft now. We put in, a number of measures, a layered approach to the risk, including face masks, the disinfectant that we use, the high efficiency filters that we have on the aircraft, the use of hand gels and so on. So all of these measures individually wouldn't be enough, but when you layer them up, we absolutely believe it is safe to travel.
Anyway, that's that. I thought it was really interesting. Do you know the part I liked? Why is there a fly in here? Do you know the part I like the most though? Is the fact that not everybody's like rushing to get on the plane and then rushing to get off. Oh, I cannot be bothered for it. Even in like normal flying, I'm normally the last onto the plane and the last off. I just don't have Like, what's the point of standing there in the queue to get onto a plane that's there anyway, when you may as well just sit down, and then when the queue's down to almost anything, stand up and get to the end of it? Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's just like being a genius or just being lazy. But I thought that was interesting, and how empty that plane looked as well. Not many people are travelling, and it seems like social distancing's in force. You know, if you were in the shop with somebody, you're probably going to be like, maybe not as close for as long, but maybe if you were in the garden and your neighbours were next door, or you were in the garden with your friends, you're going to be within a sort of similar distance. So I don't know. I cannot say. Anyway, last news. Holiday boom. It's bonkers, the phone has not stopped ringing. So this is basically companies talking about what their experience has been over the past couple of days with bookings. And basically bookings have gone crazy. They've announced that places can potentially open, in Wales at least. I think holiday parks and hotels can open from the 13th of July. I don't know what the date is in England. The 4th of July it looks like. But people have been booking. People know that they can go, so they've been booking. Because the tourism industry, everybody sort of backed off for a bit. Because you don't want, like back in April, you didn't want to book something for like the end of July when you didn't know what was happening. Whereas now we have a more clear picture of what may happen. It's still a bit of a gamble, obviously, but it's more likely to go ahead now. So people are going. So this is what one woman says. Go on. Literally, as soon as he announced yes to campsites, the phone has not stopped ringing. Hotels, bed and breakfast, camping grounds and rental owners say they've been inundated with inquiries from holidaymakers hoping to lock in a staycation for July or August. I don't think campgrounds are allowed to open in Wales on the 13th of July, or whatever date it is. I know that you can stay in a caravan, you can stay in self-contained things, but I don't think you're allowed to camp. If you're allowed to camp in England, I am not against driving to England and going camping. I bought a brand new I bought a brand new tent to go camping last October for the video that you saw of me and my sister ghost hunting. And I haven't been able to use it since because, you know, the winter and now everywhere's closed. So this one, it's been a similar story for Somerset B&B owners, Madel Cable Alexander. We had a phone call within a minute of the Prime Minister's speech, she said. We've had people writing to us asking what the plan is, but we don't know what the guidelines are, and it's all very confusing. Mrs. Cable Alexander plans to limit the number of guests in a B&B and leave breakfast outside room doors instead of inviting guests to share a meal at a communal table. This goes on for ages. If you want to read more of it, because it's actually quite an interesting article, I'm going to link it in here, so you can go read it later if you want to, because it's actually quite an interesting one to read. And now you can see me on the screen, and I'm on the screen. What are we doing? Just messing up on me. There we go. Right, brilliant. Who's interested in playing a really, really quick game of GeoGuessr? I will need your participation in the chat. I'm not going to be the best at doing it myself, so if you want to play GeoGuessr, I'm just going to do it anyway, so tough if you do want to play, because it's my live stream with what I want, and I want to play GeoGuessr. And I know that there's at least one person who's hopefully still here who wants to play GeoGuessr with me, so are you ready to go? I need to move myself as well, because I realised that I'm in the edge and we can use Google, okay? So I'm going to be using my phone to Google things. I'm trying to move me out the way. Where am I? What window am I? Window, video, window capture. There I am. Right, let's move me out the way. For me, I'm going to go small. Right, there. Right, here we go. Oh, tropical. Where do we think we are? Me, yes, you. You are the person who wants to play. Right. There's a bridge with a weight limit. Look at that bridge. Oh my gosh. Do you think that that sign... Do you think we can get to that sign? Oh, there's a fly in my face again. Let's have a look. I can't turn around. Oh, that is annoying. Turn around. Oh, there we go. Kilograms, kilometers an hour. Right, we're in kilometers an hour. Do you think that helps? Oh, this turning isn't Barbados? Maybe. I think Barbados is a good shout. We can turn up here. Let's turn up here. Oh, nothing. We can turn there. Turn there. Are we thinking like sort of Cuba area then, are we? Who's happy for me to guess like sort of Cuba, Barbados, Puerto Rico, that kind of area? I'm gonna go for it. So we're guessing this area, yeah? Where's Barbados? Which one was Barbados? Cayman Island, Dominican Republic, Bahamas. There's Barbados. Right, Em says Barbados. I'm not against her, what she says. 1, 2, 3. Ready to go? It was in the Pacific. Oh my gosh, yeah. So this was the answer. It was Fiji. Wouldn't sound to me in Spanish. Well, you said that too late now. It was in Fiji. Do you know what? Similar vibe. I'm not mad at our guess. That is Greece. Somebody fight me and say that that's not Greece. I think it's Santorini. That's Santorini, isn't it? That looks amazing though. Who wants to go to Santorini with me? Let's see if I can find on a shop to see. Oh look. I was hoping that maybe I could get something that confirmed that it was, but canvas, purses. Well, it's definitely Greece. And it is definitely Santorini, so there we go. Look, it says on the bag, it says Santorini on the bags. Right, where is Santorini in Greece? I'm gonna have to Google where Santorini is, I think. Because I don't know for sure which island, where it is, you know? Right. Santorini. Right, it is called, it's this one here. And it is here. Oh, like, it's literally there. Right, we're gonna go for... here? Guess. Oh, it was the other end of the island, but we were on the right island. Woo! Very good. Look at that. We did it. Next. What's this? Who's he? My people of Wewak. What is Wewak? Wewak. Wewak is a town in Papua New Guinea. Right, where's Papua New Guinea? Down here. Who's happy with me going for the town of Wewak in Papua New Guinea? And I'm gonna guess here. Should we go for it? Oh, wait until the game resumes. Continue the game. Ah, look how close we were! We were 1 mile from the correct location. Outstanding. Right, next one. Oh, this is going to be a hard one. Look at the quality on that. Right, I'm going to need your help on this one. Loads of scooters. There's usually loads of scooters in Greek countries. In Italy there were. Help me. Turkey. Yeah, possibly. They got these though. So they have these in Turkey. The wigwam things. India, yeah, maybe. Right, what's this? They got curves there, which is a type of gym. I don't know if like the fashion is sort of India. What's that? Stay bizarre. I wish the quality of these images were better. Pet 2. Tuk-tuk's in India. So you think it's India, do you? So, do you have an idea of whereabouts in India you'd like me to guess then? Have a look at the map, see what you think. Wouldn't there be like more Indian writing though? Because this is all very sort of... Oh, wait a minute. There's sort of that writing. I don't know what language there is. We'll go for India. Come on then. India is over here. Happy for just go in the middle. Go. You were right, Emma. Well done. It was India. I guessed it in the wrong place, but it was India. And this is the last one now. And then we're going to go do the quiz. The quiz will be starting in like 3 minutes. So if you're here for the quiz, get your pen and paper ready. Where are we? Snow. Oh, what's this? What country are we thinking then? Scandinavia somewhere? Russia or Norway? Oh, maybe Russia. I've gone back the same way, back that way. Should we go this way? Oh, what does this say? That's Russian. I think. Tourist Information Office of... come on. Jakusa? Let's see. Jerutsa. In Russia. No. I think that it's, are we happy to go for Russia? Because I'm pretty sure it's Russia. Right. Wanna give me a town that we're gonna guess that it is? Oh, no. Because Russia is massive. Right, there's Moscow. So there's St. Petersburg. Should we go here? North of St. Petersburg. It was in Russia. We were just very far away from it. But yeah, woo! We got one that was pretty much bang on, and then a few in the right country, so go us. Yes! Who's ready for the quiz? Has everybody got their, let me just make myself bigger. I'm back in the corner. Your pen and paper ready? Because we can start the quiz if you want. North. Well, you were wrong, it was south. Right. Quiz! Quiz. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Question 1. That's the flag of a country. Which country is that flag from? So that flag is from a country. What country is that flag from? What I'm going to do is in the southern hemisphere, and I'll go to get my trivia quickly. So the population of this country is around 4 million, yet it's approximately the same size as the UK. 15% of the population is Maori. Oh, the wind. And this country was the last habitable landmass to be populated in the world. So that's question 1. Question 2, what's the capital city of the Netherlands? Hopefully Em will get this one, because you have been there. Yeah, I'll give that one away. Question 3, what is Europe's most mountainous country? Can I remember the answer to this one? I think so. Yeah, I was right. So it is southern, well, not really southern Europe, but it's not northern Europe. I think they're famous for the chocolate. I think it's where that triangle, Toblerone, comes from. But yeah, that's question 3. Question 4. That's the name of a country spelled out in emojis. What is the name of the country? I'll be back in a minute. I know it's very unprofessional for me to run away quickly, but I'll leave that on the screen so you can look at it. It will literally be a minute. But that emoji is the name of a country. What is the country's name? The clue is that the picture behind is in that country. Hello, sorry, that's the thing that happens when you're filming, doing stuff live. Sometimes you drink too much hot chocolate and you need to leave for a minute. But anyway, it's given you plenty of time to look at what that is. So if you just joined the live stream, we're doing a quiz at the moment. So what country is that the emoji for? Question 5. The largest airplane in the world is the Antonov AN225 MRIYA. How many were ever built? The first one was built in 1988, which is the year that I was born. So me and the world's largest aeroplane were built in the same year. It has 6 engines on its wing and it is massive. I watched some videos about it when I was doing research, and it's such an interesting plane. But if you look at the bottom of it, it's got 2, 4, 6, 7 sets of wheels in one chunk there, and you can see the plane behind it, which is like a FedEx cargo plane, has 3. So you can tell like just the might of this plane. It is crazy. If you're interested in planes, I'd recommend going and watch some videos on it because it's really interesting. Question 6. Which US state's flag is represented by a brown grizzly bear? And you will see that I have given you some clues. The clue is that that's the shape of the state. My face is covering the state's name, and the photo is from a massive city of that state. Pardon me. Massive city. So many people live there. Do you know what? Honestly, I can't give many more clues. Like, yeah. There's the clue. It's this. Question 7. So this is a famous landmark. What is the name of the famous landmark that I am partly obscuring? I will accept the name of the landmark that I am partly obscuring. I will also accept the name of the city or the name of the country. I'm fine with any of those as the answer. So you can say the name of the landmark, the name of the city, or the name of the country. Question 8. That's the outline of a country. What country is it the outline of? You don't get bonus points, but if you recognise the corner, or if you recognise where the place is, the picture behind, don't tell me now, but when we go back through, I'd be interested to know if you recognise, if anybody in the chat recognises that picture behind and where it's from. Like I said, don't put it in the chat now, but when we cycle back around to it, let me know where you think that picture behind is. So that's question 8. Question 9. I'm covering an airline's name. What's the name of the airline? Question 9. I'm covering the name of an airline. What's the name of the airline? And question 10. Halloumi is a semi-hard, unripened, brined cheese that originates from which Mediterranean island country? So halloumi is a semi-hard, unripened, brined cheese that originates from which Mediterranean island country? I don't really like halloumi that much. I find it too salty. Like, what are your views about halloumi? I'm not the biggest fan. I'm more of a cheddar or a blue cheese girl myself. Or Edam. just find it it's too salty, too salty. Anyway, those are the 10 questions. Do you want me to show any of them back on the screen again? You love halloumi. You normally eat it like fried though, don't you? Don't you normally like put it on a pan and sear it a bit? Any questions that you want to see again? To be fair, you did have the emoji question on the screen for about 3 minutes, and I apologise for that. I'll throw this one on the screen. That's question 9. But if I don't see any come up, anybody asking for any questions, I'll go on to the answer. Number 9. Okay, it's up on the screen. Let me see if I can get some trivia then to help. Okay. I can't say where the headquarters is. It was established in 1969. It does passenger, cargo, aerospace, catering, in-flight sales. It has a fleet of 166 planes. It does routes in 43 countries, 123 destinations. And I can't say where its hub is because it gives away the name of the country that the airline is, and I just told you that the airline is the name of the country, so well done, Kim. Largest airline and flag carrier of its country based on fleet size, international destinations. Yeah, there we go. I fry it, I don't use oil. Okay, any more questions that you went up on the screen? Or are we happy? Oh, this airline is apparently fighting for survival because of coronavirus, that's sad. Anyway, let's get into the questions. So, question number 1, the answer is New Zealand. And I know, I am very aware that the New Zealand flag and the Australian flag are quite similar. So I was hoping that the clue about it being the same size as the UK would help in the Southern Hemisphere. We'll swap to this. Here's the Australian flag. And here's the New Zealand flag. Do you see they're pretty similar, to be fair? They both have a sort of similar star formation, kind of. Question 2. What's the capital city of the Netherlands? Capital city of Netherlands is Amsterdam. Did you get that one right? I hope you did. So the capital city of Netherlands is Amsterdam. Question 3. What is Europe's most mountainous country? And if you knew where, I'm hoping that my clue about Toblerone was out. Yeah, it was. Toblerone is made in Switzerland. Oh, you got that question right. Well done, Emma. Congrats. Question 4. What is the name of that country? If I move this away, maybe that might help. Anyway, the answer is Canada. So how that one works out is can and then ada. Canada. Canada. It's a tenuous link, but it's yeah, Canada. Not a tin snake. I'm guessing Emma wrote like Freya baby. Anyway, question 5. The largest airplane in the world is the Antonov AN225 MRIYA. How how many were ever built? And the answer is just one. They started building a second one, but the Cold War ended and they stopped building them. And now that plane gets used as a sort of a heavy cargo plane because it can pick up, basically it can carry so much in weight that they use it for like a really bulky stuff moving. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, only one was ever built. Question 6. In which US state's flag is represented by a brown grizzly bear? Not a brown grizzly bear. A brown grizzly bear. There we go. That's hard to say. Say it to yourself now. Brown grizzly bear. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I just can't talk. Anyway, the answer is California. They are building a second one now. I've read that they started building a second one years ago and never finished. California. Interesting buildings in the background. What of that one? Yeah, where do you think they are? Dubai, maybe? Don't know. Anyway, that was California. Question 7. And hello, John Collins, by the way. I did not realise you were here. Question 7. This is probably one of my favourite places in the world. I love it so much. What an amazing place. So there's the place without me in it, and the answer is Rialto Bridge, Venice, Italy. And if you've ever never been to Venice, I recommend it. You slap it right at the top of your bucket list. I love it there. I love it. I've only ever been once, and I was only there for 2 nights. But like, do you know some places you go to and you're like, yes, this is my vibe. I am vibing. This is like the place for me. Like literally, that is how I felt. We got off the bus. We walked towards like the bridge, and I was like, do you know what? I don't need to see anymore. This is the place for me. And this won't come as a surprise, but some of the best pizza that I've ever tasted was in Venice. And to be fair, you know, Italy is the place of pizza, but it did not disappoint. One day I'd like to go to Chicago though, because Chicago's meant to be famous for pizza as well. And I really like to go to Chicago and try some like proper Chicago deep pan pizza. There's some places that I want to go to because of, you know, culture and it looks beautiful, but I think there's 2 places in the world that I want to go because I want to try the food, and one of those places is Chicago. And the other place is, there's a bagel shop in Brooklyn, New York, that I am desperate to go to. Anyway, question 8, I digress. Anybody want to say what the name of this place is in the background first, before I say the name of the country? I'll move this map out the way. Oh, well, I said the name of the country, but country's name is Greece. Anybody know where this is? There we go. Anyone recognise it? I've got a lag with my chat, so I don't know if nobody's answering me or if the chat lag has just been slow. It is Lindos. Well done, Emma. Congrats. Yes, it's Lindos. And I walked all the way to the top of the Acropolis. It's actually another place that's worth the money to pay to go into. I think it's about 12 euros, but it was nice. I enjoyed. Very good. Question 9. If you don't know where Lindos is, it's on the Greek island of Rhodes. Question 9. Go to Chicago in the summer. Maybe I want to be in the freezing rain, in the snow. Maybe I want to freeze. And the name of this airline is Korean air. Me and Em were watching this video today. I'm sorry. And it was, if you don't know who he is, it was James Charles. He's a beauty guru. And he posted a video that was unedited of him doing his makeup and having a talk and stuff. And because it was unedited, like, it had all the bits in it as well. So, like, there was a part where, he needed a burp, but he had to keep it in. And, like, it reminds me a lot of, like, these live streams. You watch my videos and they're not... Well, they are edited because I tend to, like, slip up over my words quite a bit when I'm talking. But these live streams kind of remind me of James Charles's video where, like, my voice started to go and I had to, like, cough and I needed a wee earlier, so I had to run off. But yeah, anyway, I digress. Question 10. Where's halloumi from, basically? And halloumi is from Cyprus. It's not from Greece. Because I know that that's a common misconception. People think that it's from Greece, but it's not. Well, obviously, because the answer is Cyprus. Anyway, that's the quiz. I am interested to know how much you have had. Whilst you chart up your scores, if you need me to go over an answer, let me know. But once you chart up your scores, I will go on to this screen, which is the new video that's coming out at 7 o'clock. Not a winner today. How do you know? 5 out of 10? That's still really good. Well done, Emma. Did you get the aeroplane one wrong? 10 out of 10! Way! Cheese free chill sounds. She has taken the win. Well done. Very good. Confetti. Aha, I just hit my shoulder. Are you cheating? There's 2 of them. So it's like 2 against 1, isn't it? Because it's her and Ken. So maybe she is cheating. John Collins, 5 out of 10. No good. Well, you and Em got the same, so you're both equally not winning. No, I'm not. You're not cheating. She's just a very knowledgeable woman. Ken is helping. There we go. Yeah, so this is the next video that's coming out at 7 o'clock. So the video is the dangers of travelling alone. Today I'm going to be talking about solo travel, the dangers of it, and how to stay safe. There we go. This video is not meant to put you off wanting to travel by yourself, but to make you think about additional safety aspects and the research you may have to do before you leave on your travels. I've travelled by myself quite a lot in the past and find it really fulfilling. So if you're thinking about travelling by yourself, then please take the plunge to do it. A lot of these tips I'm going to be talking about can be used not just if you're travelling by yourself though. They are generally good travelling practices. So maybe try and incorporate a few of these things if you're going to go on your next holiday, even if you're not travelling by yourself. So that's the next video. That's coming out in 5 minutes. And that's the link, just in case. But congratulations to Jay's Free Chill Sounds for winning. Woo! Ken got 1 and I got 3. Ken got 1 and 3 and I got the rest. So Ken knew New Zealand and Ken knew Switzerland. Oh, very good. Anyway, that's that. What are we talking about now? I've got 4 minutes to kill. Right, so what we'll do is I'm going to go on to... Bear with me whilst I get this up. I'm going to get my next few videos up so you can see what the plan is for the next few videos. And if you've got any input to do with them, then we can have a chat about them. If you haven't, then that's fine. Just stay silent. But we'll throw up me on the webcam. Hello. There we go. So the next video that's going to come out on Monday... Oh, actually, we might be throwing the videos back. question, if you're interested, would you be interested in an update, a more comprehensive travel update, and what's going on in the travel industry, how the planes are going, how hotels are planning on looking, a coronavirus travel update video on Monday? Is that something you're interested in? So it's going to be, I know we talk about the travel news here, but we tend to cover about 3 topics, and they tend to be like in the same realm but sort of different aspects, where this would be more concentrated on plane travel, more in depth about plane travel, and more in depth about summer holidays and what's happening and what could happen, what the plans are about it. Is that something you're interested in? If you're not interested in it, there's no point in me making it. Let me know in the chat. Otherwise, it was going to be culture shock, haggling, and the language barrier. So when you go abroad and how, yes, there we go. We got 1 vote for yes, and Emma voted yes, and I voted yes. So that's 3 out of, I don't know, 3 out of 100 million people, 7 billion people, 100 million. How many people are on YouTube? It's got to be more than 100 million, do you think? Yeah, because PewDiePie has 100 million subscribers, so it's got to be. Anyway, then I was gonna do a video about culture shock, which is coming out next Friday now, I'm guessing. Which is basically about culture shock and something called reverse culture shock. And reverse culture shock is when you go somewhere for a prolonged period of time, and when you come back home, do you know when you go somewhere and you feel that sort of overwhelmed, sort of, oh my gosh, feeling of culture shock? It's kind of like that, but you come home and you feel it because you've been gone for so long. So it's talking about that and what you can do to not make it so bad, possibly. There's a few different things I'm talking about. Let's just go into it. What culture shock is and why it happens. Side effects, examples of culture shock. Language, climate, food, body language, ways to help ease culture shock. How culture shock could be good on the outro. I've only half written that script, so don't read it because it's so full of spelling errors. It's terrible. Yeah, so that one will be coming out Friday. So we'll do coronavirus on Monday. This culture shock one can come out Friday, and then the week after is going to be information on visas, which is a more sort of practical one. Or, because Wales is opening up, it might end up being a vlog, possibly. We'll see how it goes. I might go somewhere because they can leave the house. That's all very exciting. Now we're going to be all heading over to a new video in a few minutes. Don't forget to like this live stream. There we go. Don't forget to like this live stream if you haven't already. And the new video should be up. You should be getting a notification in the next minute or so that is up. If you don't get the notification, you can always follow the link that I've just thrown in the chat. But yeah, I'll see you in the comment section of the new video. If you don't mind leaving a comment, thumbs it up, share it with your friends, whatever, that'd be super. Because the more people who get to see it in the first 24 hours, the more likely more people are going to see it. The more people who see the video, the more likely I am to be able to make more videos full time. That's basically the aim. The aim is to be able to make videos full time, and if nobody sees them, then I can't. But I hope you enjoyed the live stream. I'm just going to double check that the video's up before I go, because that'd be fun, wouldn't it? I leave and the video's not up. Open link in new tab. There we go, it's loading. There we go. Hi, my name's Kim. I'm an introvert that travels the world whilst being on a typewriter. So if you're interested in this video, let's go look over together. And I hope you enjoyed this live stream and have a good evening. I'll see you Monday. See you Monday. Yes, Monday.